not completely stable.
You have to respect every inch of it.
The water is moving inside. Yeah. Boom, and welcome to another video of the Flowing Dutchman. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of sun. So that means that we are not yet anymore in Chicago. That was our last destination. We started in New Jersey, went to New York, then went to Toronto, then to Miami, Nashville, Chicago, St. Louis, and now we hit, well, one of the main spots in the USA, and that is Los Angeles. Los Angeles is a fantastic place. There's more criticism about it these days, but still, I've been there before, and the beaches are just beautiful. The weather is amazing, and you just see the vibe. And there's someone special here training in Long Beach, and that is my man here, Eric Doyle.
Dude, welcome to Long Beach. Welcome back. It's been way too long. What's up, everybody? Stoked to have you out here in Long Beach.
Yeah.
I have a big present for you, by the way.
Ooh.
Something you haven't even seen yet in a long time.
That's exciting. Oh. Look at that.
This is called Long Tall Sally. It's the largest mace in the world. I figured you'd want to see it when you come here to Long Beach.
I have swung this one before, and it was one of the most memorable experiences that I have.
Mr. Mace Man didn't have room for it, so I'm borrowing her for the
Man, it's so large.
Yeah.
But there's no weight in it, right?
Yeah, it's like 18 pounds, 19 pounds.
18, 19 pounds, so not as... And what's the story behind this mace?
So this was just for promo pictures. And I think they were just testing it to see how strong this welding connection here was.
Yeah.
So how big can we make it? Eventually got to the point where it was so big nobody could swing it, and it just sat around the warehouse. So Rick took it home. Rick's wife got mad, didn't want it there anymore. Rick gave it to me. I don't have room for it either, but here it is. We'll make room for it.
Wow.
It's too big to swing. It's fun for some exercises, like some of the presses and things, but generally this thing just sits around and collects dust and is is a showpiece for cool pictures.
It is really,
I mean, honestly,
beautiful.
yeah, how cool does that look?
It does look cool. That's definitely what we're...
And we've got a water fillable globe dumbbell, circus dumbbell. So they fill with water, you unscrew them, you take the top off, and they're not connected, so the water will stop right here. They're individually loaded. And man, you got an old school circus dumbbell just from the heads of the maces right there.
That's beautiful.
So totally shaking around, get a bunch of instability. You can do all your cleans, presses, squats.
Have you ever filled it with water?
Yeah, all the way full, 84, 85 pounds, but then you don't get the slosh effect. It's most effective when you fill it halfway up, and you come up with things to do with it when it's like 45, 50 pounds, and you get the slosh effect really strong.
Because you got quite a lot of tools with a lot of water. So there's more, I think,
in
the car.
So this is the 5-foot version of Long Tall Sally, and it's got a 12-inch head on it. So powder coated, real nice, painted up. She's the one you always see me with in a lot of the videos.
Oh yeah.
So you get a big slosh effect with this thing. Tugs on the abs really good. And what I like most about these hydro maces is they're so long, the drag in the very back of the swing just takes forever, and you're feeling that in the core the whole time. So it's a slower, more draggy rep than you would have like with an on-it mace, where it's more of like a speed, like a speed deal. It comes off pretty fast. Top of that, so that's got the 12-inch head on it. So does Long Tall Sally here. We've got an 8-inch head, signal orange.
That's beautiful.
Same thing, smaller head. Loads up to 30 pounds, I believe, if it's all the way full. But filled halfway up to about that 15 to 20 pound range is the sweet spot where that thing works the best, I think. And then these are some really old models. When I bought the company, there was already somebody making these called Evil Monkey, and they had put the knobs on the outside like that, so when you swing it, this thing comes damn close to slicing your Achilles off. So as a liability, we got rid of that, and we started putting them on the very top of the heads. But the original models had this going on, where you would swap it out from the side over here. Not a good idea. So we moved them to the very top.
So you own the company now, so you're basically eligible of selling these?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. If you catch me on a good day, I'll make you one. So the problem is the shipping. Shipping is unforgivable. These don't break down into 2 or 3 pieces.
No.
They're 1 5-foot piece. Pain in the ass to ship. I think they're $180 to go to New York, $150 to go to Texas. We're all the way out on the far west coast of California, so it's full shipping across the U.S. I think even to Colorado is still $120.
Wow.
So the shipping is unforgivable. I tried everything in the world to get a better deal from a different company. Couldn't find it. That's the best we could do is just basic USPS.
USPS.
And then this is again one of those old models. This was the first one I got. So this is filled with BBs, sand, water, lead shavings, and probably other things. I don't really remember. We shoved everything in here to try to get as heavy as we can, and it's probably filled to about here. There's barely any shake on the very top. And whatever's in here, I really don't want to ever get back out. So we're just going to leave it in there. It's like 22 pounds. This is a 6-inch head. So this is the smallest of all the heads that we make. And with all the stuff that we got in here, it's like 22 pounds. But this is a stout little thing to swing right here.
Oh, man.
So we got the 6-inch heads, the 8-inch heads, the 12-inch, the extra long, tall Sally.
Long tall Sally.
And the what I call the BFD dumbbell, the big dumbbell.
Yeah, I got you. You know, the interesting thing about having those big maces is that it would be extremely expensive and unworthy if you would actually try to make that yourself or do it as a production thing. Like nobody would order something like that, or would be able to actually put that into a store because it wouldn't be enough people to buy it.
Yeah.
Right? So it's quite a special thing that is even there, that they made that more as a not even the idea to actually swing it, but just to test it.
Yeah.
And then eventually becomes this, well, at least for me, this legendary thing that is like, oh, it's the longest mace in the world. It's like a special mace.
The biggest maces.
There's
the
only
longest
one
maces.
of them in the world. And
Cartoon size stuff.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
wow factor is huge. We'll go to the beach. I guarantee people just come up and start wanting to play with them just from the visual effect that you get from these.
It's freaking God.
So, good for clients too.
Let's
You're
do
over
it.
at the beach, that may get them over there, and then they'll end up asking about kettlebells. They'll ask you about some of the other stuff you got. Watch, I get clients like this all the time.
Let's do it, Eric. Let's just go for it. Eric, how did you get introduced with the mace?
With the mace?
Yeah.
So first time I saw the mace was a video on YouTube. Might still be up there. It's really old. It's Josh Barnett, who was, I think, training with Jake Shannon, who's catch wrestler, so lineage with Carl Gotch and all that. And he put a video on YouTube saying that swinging this mace will make a man out of you. Nothing you do in the gym is going to compare to this. You want to have MMA type strength and conditioning, you do the mace, you swing this Macebell. And it was on YouTube. I must have been 27, 28. And I saw it, but there's no one I can get a hold of a mace with. Never did anything with it. So fast forward years later, I see Rick Brown at the LA Fitness Convention, which is every January coming up here. And so we linked up. Famous story, I saw him. I was like, hey, aren't you Rick Brown? And he looks at me and he says, what, do I owe you money, kid? And so I was like, no, I have your DVD. When you buy kettlebells from the shop in my area, I get a free DVD. It's your DVD. We watched it in my gym. I played in my gym. Why don't we do a workshop together? And that's how we actually met. But so first time I met him, he brought these maces with him. I had never done them before. I wish I had videos of me first doing them because I probably stunk. But first time I met him at my gym in Long Beach, somewhere around 2013, he brought them maces with him, and they were old Jake Shannon style, the old original 22-pound Macebell that he sold. That was the first bell that I ever spun.
Wow.
Which is like a legendary bell. They don't make them anymore. There was only a handful made, and Rick has one, and he cherishes that thing. And that was my first mace bell that I swung.
Wow, that's beautiful. Our stories intertwine.
It's new for me, but I can feel that it's unstable. Just when you try to hold without moving the mace, just try to hold the mace like that. It's not completely stable.
You have to respect every inch of it.
The water is moving inside. Yeah.
You have to tip it just perfectly. You got to have it slide along your back just perfectly. You got to do the last pull at just the right time. The water's constantly reminding you that you need to be on top of that, and you got to have that mace in the right position at all times. You can't just wing it back there. It's got to follow a nice path.
Like this is almost.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow. Wow, what an epic day here. The sun is welcoming, especially after the cold in Nashville and Chicago, and the ocean is amazing. These maces are incredible, and you gotta remember that there's actually water inside them, so every time you swing them it kind of moves from left to right and it wiggles around, and especially the blue one, that makes it very difficult to actually swing it or bring it back into balance. So it's an amazing way to spend this day on the beach and just swing around, flow around, and have a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed that, and yeah, goodbye from Los Angeles. Boom! So you can flow with a light mace, but what can you do with a heavy, longer gada or mace? Gada Mace 101 is designed to teach you the absolute fundamentals of swinging a gada or a heavy mace. You'll learn how to use a unique tempo system, which will add a new dimension to your training. Are you ready to set your foundation right for the gada mace? Join now, DutchflowAcademy.com. Boom! Thank you for your attention. It's greatly appreciated. If you like the content, please consider to share, like, and subscribe to my channel. If you want to see similar videos, you can see them over here. If you're interested in learning more from me as a coach, I've got online courses on DutchflowAcademy.com. Keep flowing. Ram Ram.